for a free meal in an open bar. Today, though, we celebrate a love match, pure and simple. Virginia being pure, and Kenny being rather simple. All joking aside, I'd like to start the night by thanking Kenny's parents, Ken and Donna, and Virginia's parents, Charlie and Vicky, who've shown such a great support to the happy couple and helping put together such a wonderful celebration on this momentous occasion. Also to the bridesmaids for their contribution to the wedding. I'm sure you all agree that they all look great, but Virginia definitely eclipsed them today. And finally, the other groomsmen, who I must say cleaned up rather nicely, even though they did copy my outfit. So if you could all give them a round of applause. Kenny and I have been friends for 15 years now. There's nothing I wouldn't do for Kenny, and I know there's nothing Kenny wouldn't do for me. In fact, we spend most of our lives doing nothing for each other. We first met in 7th grade, but our friendship didn't really blossom until the 9th. I mainly avoided him for 2 years to remain cool. I thought, who does this kid think he is, with his spiky blonde dyed hair tips? Some kind of Dragon Ball Z character? Eventually, though, I gave in exchange for his academic intellect. From that point on, there were a lot of projects and homework assignments that were eerily similar. This mutual exchange didn't last long, though, because pretty soon my own intellectual prowess was kicking in, and now Kenny was looking to me for answers. Academically, we were a team like Batman and Robin, me being Batman and Kenny being my sidekick Robin. We even proceeded to go to Boston University together. College was similar to high school and was great, because instead of being a few miles away from each other, we were now only a few feet away. Our friendship continued to grow, and we were discovering life outside Newton together. This was also a period in our lives that we discovered alcohol, and I learned that Kenny is a little bit different with a beer in him. I can unfortunately tell you that Kenny becomes a very touchy-feely person with no discrimination towards the gender. If there's alcohol, and you feel an arm being wrapped around your shoulder, you can surely bet it's Kenny. I can safely say I'm glad he's drinking next to Virginia tonight and not me. Kenny also has a tendency to be a little overly festive, and we've been kicked out on a few occasions from him breaking a glass from slamming it too hard. Don't worry though, Kenny. I've notified the Seaport Hotel to only serve you in plastic from here on out. There are other stories out there as well, but the truth is, I was with him for most of them, and I wouldn't want to ruin my impeccable reputation. I was with Kenny the first time he met Virginia. They had been talking beforehand, and finally decided to meet up at Royale nightclub. It must have been love at first sight, because after they got together, I don't think I saw them for the rest of the night, until we left. Slowly we saw less and less of Kenny, and that's when I knew he must have found someone special. Now Kenny is someone I know who is sensible, focused, and goal-oriented. So when I heard he got engaged to Virginia after several months of meeting her, I was shocked. I thought, Kenny's usually so logical and responsible, I hope he's making the right choice. Over the months though, I would hang out with Kenny and Virginia more and more, and that's when I understood that he did make the right choice. Virginia is such a caring, loving, and kind person that I understood why Kenny would want to spend the rest of his life with her. Now I've known Kenny for many years now, and I would say I know him better than most. I can honestly say I've never seen him happier than when he is with Virginia. I'm so glad you found such a wonderful person to share the rest of your life with. And finally, I'd like to end with this. If your love for each other is as strong as your love for foods, I know that this will be an everlasting marriage. It is truly an honor to be your best man. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you can all raise your glasses in a toast. To Kenny and Virginia, the new Mr. and Mrs. Yee.